Wow.
I said, you gotta be kidding me, Uncle John. That will never happen. He was like a really brilliant guy. He was there for, I think, 41 years. He's the longest serving professor in the history of MIT.
Oh, wow.
So when I understand physics and when I understand things well, they say, how come there's good genetics. You know, I'm a believer. Are you guys believers in that? Were your parents funny? Were they comedians?
Yeah, my mom's side was is Scottish. And,
Fellow Scottish, yeah.
Oh.
Scottish women tend to be
You know,
pretty-
my mom.
Yeah.
I was going to ask you about that, yeah.
And she was great.
Which, is that where you get your humor
Yeah,
from?
well, I'll tell you what. England at the time, they fought them for 1,000 years trying to get them undertow. They couldn't do it.
Couldn't do it.
They're very tough. That reminds me of my mother, come to think of it. Now, my mother was great. She was Stornoway, the Hebrides, right? That's really serious Scottish.
Yeah.
But she was great. But it is true, when you see Braveheart, that was one of many times, for hundreds of years.
Did you watch that with your mom by any chance?
No, I didn't. I didn't get to. I'll tell you, I saw Braveheart. I think Mel Gibson is a very good guy. I've met him a number of times, good guy. But I'll tell you, that was super Mel Gibson in his prime.
Oh, yeah.
So, and I was on a plane, and there was absolutely nothing to do. It was one of these planes that you couldn't make calls, you couldn't do, and they had tapes.
That's all planes for us.
And they showed me they showed me, sir, we have 20 tapes. And I looked at the tapes, and they were all, and this was like 20 years after it was made. This was probably 6 years ago. I never saw Braveheart.
Okay.
And they showed me a tape. I said, all right, let's put that one on. And within about 4 minutes, I said, this may be the greatest movie I've ever seen.
Incredible. It's incredible.
Within 4 minutes.
No, I'm not a Braveheart fan, but you've seen it.
Oh,
Yeah,
dude,
yeah.
I saw it with my mom.
I
She
mean,
was
how
emotional
good,
for like a week.
I wish I saw it with my mother, but it was great.
Was that your Braveheart moment, like after getting shot when you stood up?
No.
No, never
You
take
don't
my
think
freedom.
of that in those moments. You do what you do.
Yeah, thank God you weren't thinking about Mel Gibson.
Nah, but he's good. But when he in prime time, he was great.
Unbelievable.
I mean, at that,
run.
his look, his way, you couldn't have had a better guy playing it. But that was a great movie. So, but it is true, England, and
Scotland fought
at
for
the
years.
time, for 1,000 years. I mean, they'd have the battles with thousands or once a thousand, and they run at each other. Tell me that. You think that takes guts? They run at each other,
I think so.
knowing they're going to pretty much die, right?
The Roman army built walls to keep out the Scottish when they were up in England.
Yeah. They were afraid of the Scottish.
They are afraid.
The Scottish people, they're tough people. They're good people. Actually, they're very great people, but they're good fighters.
But your mom was funny.
She was funny, yes.
That's what I hear. I hear
she had a great sense of humor, and my father loved my mother. They were married for...
Polar opposites, though?
Yeah, my father was German.
Serious.
Serious, but good.